Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Honorable Coliver has started again to refute, to recognize Richard Kuhn as the majority speaker. And so he's making his point, calling for his recusal, calling for Richard Kuhn's recusal.
So, to the honorable gentleman from district number 10, I think the unreadiness in good faith is hereby denied.
So that's the person, right? Why say I can't come again? What if I can say I you think we have a chota? He's not a speaker of this country.
How those people are saying against the vote is carried. Call for petition. Call for petition. Call for stealing committee's report.
So there you have it. He said he is on Reddit. He can accept Honorable Kuhn as the speaker, and that unreadiness was denied. So he left session, and the session continues.
Honorable Richard M. Kuhn, Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, State Legislature, Republic of Liberia. Dear Honorable Members, I present compliments and rights to submit the plenary a bill to establish Riverside Community College in Central City, Riverside County, Republic of Liberia. Honorable Speaker and fellow colleagues, when he acted into law, it will provide numerous benefits, including one, information.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, the agenda was adopted in keeping with the report from the First Secretary Committee on Rules and Order, and along that order. So I'm seeing the Deputy Speaker reading something else.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, honorable ladies and gentlemen, we do not have before us now the report as we referred to.
Shall be deferred.
Be deferred for subsequent time.
Without saying, please proceed.
Honorable Speaker and fellow colleagues, when
Okay, information from Ellis Wall.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues. Honorable Speaker, I want to bring something to the attention of this plenary and to your attention. As it is legislative prudent and by legislative practice, when a member is given the opportunity to speak, you address the presiding, the co-presiding, and fellow colleagues by legislative practice. But observe that in defiance of this legislative ordinance, Honorable Yega Kwaluba has decided to abuse that practice, and he was called to order. He refused to observe such a practice and went his own way, and even referring to the Honorable Speaker as junta, and he was given the opportunity to state his unreadiness without recognizing the chair. And in my mind, that is a complete honorable act and disrespect to this body. And what I want to do.
Your information is well noted, and on the basis of that, I can assure you that leadership would not embrace any such act from any colleague of ours heading in that direction. The information is well noted, and going forward, I can assure you such act will not be repeated. Please proceed.
Honorable Speaker and fellow colleagues.
Observation.
All right. I think I could go to the legislative procedure as from our rule book. Recognize, Mr. Presiding, co-presiding. That's not an issue for me. My thing is from our rule book, when we have the agenda not being passed by the body, and I saw coming out with information, I think is wrong. First of all, we should pass the agenda before information. Thank you.
The agenda was adopted and passed. It was adopted slow.
Evans.
The agenda was adopted. Now proceed. Let's start our program.
You are still here.
Report of the House's Statutory Committee on Rules, Order and Administration, ROA, surrounding the impasse created by the refusal of Honorable Councillor Jonathan Konati Kofa, representative of District Number 2, Blanco County, to vacate the office's production. The narratives contained below represent crucial efforts made by the House's Statutory Committee on Rules, Order and Administration, surrounding
Observation. And we will have that.
Mr. President, co-president, distinguished colleagues, I think it will be prudent that we get copies of what has been read so we can together the rules and read together so we'll be able to digest to make our input.
Then we make a category. Please continue.
the narratives contained.
Hold on, information. Really enough.
Honorable Presiding, Honorable Co-Presiding, distinguished colleagues. On Tuesday, we had session and we agreed that the communication from CSA would have been distributed to members, and that was not done. So I'm afraid that this one too is being read now with our copies for us to follow. So that's my information. We're supposed to have copies right now, but unfortunately we do not have copies.
Okay, please take note. Make sure that the CSA communication is distributed with each member here. We can assure you that after section today you will receive a copy of it. Thank you. Please proceed.
Introduction. The narratives contained below represent crucial efforts made by the House's Statutory Committee on Rules, Order and Administration, ROA, surrounding the impasse obtained by the deliberate refusal of Honorable Councillor Jonathan Konati Kofa, representative District Number 2, Blanco County, to vacate the offices of the Speaker and turn over the keys for appropriate preparations leading to the utilization of Speaker Rachel, Nambepoon, and staff. This report briefly outlines specific efforts made by the committee, response and inaction of Honorable Councillor Kofa, and the intervention or advice of the Ministry of Justice. It concludes with a summation of the committee to plenary for appropriate remedial actions. Honorable Councillor Funati Kofa's usurpation of the offices of the Speaker. The Committee on Rules, Order and Administration of the House of Representatives is constrained to report to the House of Representatives in plenary example that since the impeachment of Honorable Councillor Jennifer Funati Kofa, Representative of District Number 2, Brown County, as Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature, and the subsequent election of Honorable Rachel Nawekun, Representative District Number 11 of Monrovia County, as Speaker. Honorable Councillor J. Funati Kofa has deliberately usurped the offices of the Speaker, refusing to vacate the premises and concomitantly walking away with the keys thereto. This ugly situation is seriously embarrassing the Speaker, Rachel Nawekun and staff, and impeding the execution of their official duties. To date, Speaker Kun and staff are yet to have access to their offices, doors, undermining the effective execution of their responsibilities. Actions taken by the Committee on Rules, Order and Administration to retrieve the keys from Honorable Councillor Kofa. Since its removal, the Committee on Rules, Order and Administration has written and sent Honorable Councillor Kofa 4 separate communications to the effect that he should vacate the offices of the Speaker and turn over the keys thereto as a way of enabling Speaker Rachel Nawekun and his staff to adequately serve the public. In spite of these efforts, Councillor Kofa has purposefully refused to honor the cause of the committee. More specifically, the committee wrote Honorable Councillor Jennifer Funati Kofa on Tuesday, December 12, 2024, requesting him to remove his personal belongings and vacate the offices of the Speaker. Interestingly, this request fell on deaf ears. Consequently, on December 17, 2024, the leadership of the House of Representatives in plenary assemble again requested the Deputy Chief Clerk to write Honorable Councillor Kofa another letter reminding him of the previous communication written and sent to him and requesting him on a second occasion to submit the keys of the offices of the Speaker to the new leadership for appropriate preparation for Speaker Kun's utilization. Following the December 17 communication, the committee wrote Honorable Councillor Kofa 2 additional letters dated December 24, 2024 and January 15, 2025, all requesting him to remove his personal belongings and vacate the offices of the Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, the Committee on Rules, Order and Administration is again reporting to this Congress body that all these communications to Honorable Councillor Jennifer Funati Kofa were treated with disdain and total disrespect by our colleague from District Number 2 of Brown County, as he chose not to respond or act by vacating the premises. During this period, there were WhatsApp exchanges between Honorable Kofa. At one point in time, Honorable Councillor Kofa selectively published some of said exchanges to the public. As we report to the Honorable House of Representatives plenary assemble of the 55th Legislature, our information is that Honorable Councillor Jennifer Funati Kofa has since left the country and is said to be in the United States of America. Reasons for his travel are unknown, and the whereabouts of the keys to the offices of the Speaker is anybody's guess. Advice of the Ministry of Justice into the impasse. While we make this summation, it is important to note that we are approximately communicating with the Minister of Justice via telephones, in-person meetings, and official communications. In these engagements, the Minister promised to ask state security personnel to enter the Speaker's office of all belongings of Honorable Councillor Kofa on a Wednesday immediately after the State of the Nation's address, SONA. I was surprised, however, when we contacted the Minister yesterday, he advised that we sent Honorable Councillor Jennifer Funati Kofa one final letter in which a 5-day ultimatum will be given to him, Honorable Kofa, to vacate the premises, a copy of which will be sent to the Minister. Accordingly, the Minister has promised that failure on the part of Honorable Councillor Kofa to adhere to this final instruction, state security personnel will be requested to remove his belongings out of the office in the presence of the media and the civil society organizations. Final summation. Distinguished colleagues, the Committee on Rules, Order and Administration wishes to submit that after executing all these crucial efforts which have ended in what appears to be a dialogue and drawing into perspective the advice of the Minister of Justice on the matter, it is left with no further alternatives but to revert to this August body in plenary assembly for appropriate action as we expediently apply in addressing this impasse. Signed, the committee's members. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is a report from the Committee on Rules, Order and Administration surrounding the impasse created by the refusal of Honorable Councillor Jonathan Funati Kofa, representative of District No. 2, Granville County, to vacate the offices of the Speaker. Thank you, Chief.
Observation.
Mr. President, Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, the Chief Clerk just read the communication without stating the committee members. Can he please call the committee members for our understanding since we don't have copies?
Honorable Alexander Paul, co-chairman, approved. Honorable James M. Colette, chairman, signed.
Those are the members.
Observation. Yes, we just heard that the committee said a committee. According to us, our committee
Can be more than 4 members. So I have, and we only have 2 persons there, so I think that communication will be nullified.
Fellow police, let us discuss the issue of solar replacement. The issue the issue here, the mediation committee, can you wait a minute? Just to inform our colleagues, basically because we have not concluded on all of the listing of committee members, we have not appointed all committee members, we only appointed 4 and chair. It's on that basis that committee are reporting. Concluding of all committee members will be done on Tuesday, like we said. Based on what has happened recently, we're not going to leave you guys. I'm going to incorporate all of us as members of this house. It's on that basis. We are only accepting reports from committee chair and co-chair. Thank you so far. Please continue.
Yeah, just one. Because even if the committee was in time, they are not committee issue because they are not investigating. The person who appoints officers is the chairman
on rules and order and the co-chair. They designate power to order everyone, any member to do that, they can do it. But those two people indicate, but the presentation that it is breaking community. So I don't want to procrastinate, it's something.
Okay. Will any after your observation for your information?
Honorable Presiding, Honorable Co-Presiding, my Honorable Samuel Kogai, one of the longest serving members of this party. And he knows that a best practice in the absence of specialized committee, because at all times we need to have maximum or minimum 7 members to have independent judgment when it comes to voting. And at all times, the committee report should be signed by more than 4 persons. So I will advise that the best way to do it, so we can look to maintain our sanity. Maybe other members can be added to that committee, specialized committee, and then give it.
Okay, thank you so much. After we give, I made the clarity. I made the clarity. You want to join the special people. Now for the clarity, let me intervene for the solution. Let me intervene for the solution first. Honorable Speaker. I think we need to understand that what Honorable said. Because right now, the committee has not been constituted fully. So we let chair and co-chair and operate. What was given by the chairman of Rules and Order, basically, in my opinion, what the previous plenary of what they have done, the effort that they have made to see our country leave the speaker office to move to another office. We would have given us a final mandate. But if it is understood that because maybe the new regulatory process committee is like that report from the 2 of them, say we are not considering the 4th committee. That maybe this is where our colleagues have a problem with, right? But this is for 2 men for now. And so the 4th committee is constituted. Thank you. Okay, no time. Yes. Come on, let me take away from. I want to make clarity that on Tuesday, I community so on the basis of informing plenary, all of the effort have been exerted by our rules and color to get the office over to us. We just give us some information, so we need to take a way forward. Way forward, Bosoka.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, we want to comment and note clearly the report that was presented by the Rules and Order based on the discussion on the floor, giving its merit. We need for us to be able to comply with our own rules as they relate to the composition and the majority requirement for each of the literature to be before this body. I move the back second. That is report being noted and discussion on the matter be deferred to next Tuesday, and every other discussion or requirement shall be met by the
We have it moved and seconded.
Already.
That this issue is referred to follow the schedule Tuesday. Are you already moved? Already on the polling formula.
Mr. Speaker, hello. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'll be ready to vote where a woman I will be ready to vote where the movement who accept that this issue has been circulating within the cycles of our village, within our cycle for some time now. And it is a known fact that that office should be occupied by the speaker. I'll be ready to go where we could instruct the sergeant at arms and the rules and orders to move in and take seize of the office and give us report as to what.
The reason why distinguished, well-respected outfitting gentlemen of all county, having listened clearly to the well-articulated statement, you all watching me, but I humbly and respectfully reject it.
Are you already to vote? Hold on a minute. Are we have to vote? Are we have to vote?
Why you want to talk? You know why I want to talk.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I will be ready to vote. While agreeing with the deferment to take into consideration the advice of the Justice Minister.
So I said,
Honorable presiding, honorable co-presiding, my distinguished colleague, I will be ready to vote if we can consider the communication being deferred and subsequently add members to the two persons on rules order administration and come back with a report to this body.
to the distinguished gentleman of my meeting, very nice suggestion, but I humbly reject because I humbly reject the repeated development. All right, let me get a restatement.
Distinguished Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy, to the distinguished police, to the movement, I will be ready to vote. I will be ready to vote. I will be ready to vote if you accept my amendment that the 5 days requested by the Justice Minister today, the 5 days starts to be counted or to be counted as for today's date. Thank you.
Some person don't appreciate and so accept.
So if you're just joining us, my name is Springs. We are still here at the Monrovia City Hall where the House is meeting. Debate on the report for Councillor Funade Kopa's refusal to vacate the Speaker's office.
While we note the communication that additional members should be added to the two members on rules order administration to come back to us.
Distinguished gentlemen of our meeting, the fact that we are deferring this the fact that we are deferring this communication after discussion on the floor presupposes clearly whatever reason. I so respectfully humbly reject.
Honorable Speaker, our Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I, Honorable Gideon K. Collins, representing the people of the Electoral District Number 4 local country, will be ready to vote, provided that the mover will accept additional members on our committee, including the chairman of the Committee on National Security, certify a border around the security of the Speaker of the Common People's Office. On the rest of the vote will be accepted.
Honorable distinguished gentlemen from local country, we hear you well by humble
Monrovia here. This is the house.
The motion is fairly on Tuesday. Next, please.
So there's a communication there asking for requesting Speaker Kofa to vacate the office that he previously occupied, and that communication was noted. Service back on the floor on Tuesday, at which time additional members will be added to the Committee on Rules and Orders.
The bill to establish Riverside Community College in Central State, Riverside County, Republic of Liberia. Honorable Speaker and fellow colleagues, when enacted into law, it will provide numerous benefits, including one, increased access to education. Many individuals, our community to higher education due to distance, financial constraints, and limited opportunities. The local community college will make education more accessible, allowing more residents to pursue their academic and career goals. 2. Skill development and workforce readiness. The Riverside Community College will offer vocational training and skill development programs tailored to the needs of local industries. This will equip students with the necessary skills to enter the workforce, thereby reducing unemployment rates and fostering economic growth. 3. Community engagement and lifelong learning. Riverside Community College will serve as a hub for community engagement, offering workshops, seminars, and continuing education programs. This will promote lifelong learning and personal development among residents of all ages. 4. Economic growth. By attracting students from surrounding areas, Riverside Community College will stimulate local businesses and create job opportunities. The influx of students and faculty will contribute to the local economy, benefiting restaurants, shops, and service providers. 5. Cultural and social development. The Riverside Community College will foster a diverse and inclusive environment, promoting cultural exchange and social cohesion. It will serve as a platform for community events, discussions, and collaborations that enrich our social fabric. 6. Partnership with local industries. Establishing partnerships with local businesses and organizations will ensure that the curriculum remains relevant and aligned with the needs of the job market. This collaboration will enhance internship and job placement opportunities for students. In conclusion, the enactment of the Riverside Community College Bill represents a significant step towards empowering our community through education and skill development. I urge you, Honorable Speaker and fellow colleagues, to support this initiative as it will have a lasting positive impact on our residents and the broader region. Thank you for your timely consideration. I look forward to your support in making Riverside Community College a reality. Best regards, Steve Tikwa, Chairperson, Commission on Youth and Sports, House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. A proposition opting for an act to create the Riverside Community College, ROCC, in the municipal city of Central Riverside, Liberia. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the review of the communication submitted to you and act for your enactment and the first reading of the act. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Deputy Chief. With the bill submitted by Honorable Steve Tikwa from Electoral District Number 2, Riverside County, Honorable colleagues, what is the waiting pleasure? Honorable Michael Thomas.
Deputy Speaker, fellow colleagues, having listened to the first reading of the bill to establish in one of Liberia's most important counties, Riverside, I want to use this medium to applaud the colleagues from Riverside, the gentleman from Riverside, for being innovative. And I will move, Mr. Speaker, over into the nature of this bill, that this bill be seconded to the Committee on Education, also the Committee on Judiciary, and with the time frame to make reports in 2 weeks, if I can obtain a second.
With the motion called by Honorable Michael Thomas and been seconded, are you all ready to vote? I'm ready for my next call.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues. In the movement, Mr. Movement, I'll be ready to vote for you to add the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance because it has to do with finance. That's financial implication.
With the overwhelming echo from the part, especially from the gentleman from Africa, I'm so accepted.
With the amendment made, are you all ready to vote? Already. Almost Abakoto.
Honorable Presiding, Co-Presiding, I'll be ready to vote, Mr. Speaker. We are
we to allow the proponent of this bill at least 2 minutes to elasticize on this issue of the bill, and then subsequently go to the committee.
I was being distracted by the own gentleman from local council. Please extend the readiness.
Your English and readiness, but we are here to do the electoral business. This distraction is not necessary. We have to make sure we do the people right so that our readiness, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Police. You know, local police today, so I will stand. I'll be ready to vote where you to allow a proponent of this bill 2 minutes, please, to elasticize all the issues of the bill, and then we can proceed to the community.
So this bill, the reading of this bill is considered as the first reading aspect. So I so read it.
To the amendment made, are you all ready to vote? All those in favor say yea, against, abstain. The vote is carried accordingly. Next.
Honorable Richard Nameku, Speaker and members, House of Representatives, East Section, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Honorable Speaker and members, I have the honor to present my compliments and my Director of the Senate East Section forward here to attach Senate's endorsement to Houses in Gross Bill number 23 entitled, quote-unquote, an act to ratify the loan agreement for the health security program in Western and Central Africa using the multi-phase programmatic approach signed between the Republic of Liberia and the International Development Association, RDA. The above mentioned bill was concurred with by the Senate on Thursday, January 23, 2025 at the hour 13:03 GMT. Please accept, Mr. Speaker and members, the renewed assurances of my highest consideration and esteem. Kind regards, sincerely, J. Nangla Silve, Senior Secretary of the Appearance Senate. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the reading of the first communication from the Liberian Senate informing you that it has concurred with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief. Honorable colleagues, with the Senate concurrence on endorsing House Bill number 23, what is your waiting pleasure? Do we know that? Noted. Next.
The second communication from the Senate. Honorable Richard Nameku, Speaker and members, House of Representatives Section, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Honorable Speaker and members, I have the honor to present my compliments and the Director of the Senate Section forward here to attach Senate's engrossed Bill number 1 entitled, quote-unquote, an act to amend Title 30, Public Authorities Law, Liberian Codes of Liberia National Tourism Authority Act, LNTA. The above mentioned bill was passed by the Senate on Tuesday, January 28, 2025 at the hour 12:59 GMT, thus seeking your timely concurrence. Please accept, Mr. Speaker and members, the renewed assurances of my highest consideration and esteem. Kind regards, sincerely, J. Namla F. Silve, Senior Secretary of the Senate. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the second communication from the Senate asking for your concurrence on a bill. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Also noted. Next. Which one? Seeking us concurrent. Okay, our colleagues are with pleasure on number 2, that seeking houses concurrent of Senate in Gross Bill number 1. Our Clarence Guard.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, listening to the encouragement from the Liberia Senate requesting the House of Representatives to concur with the act to ratify an act to amend the public authority law, Liberian Code of Law, required to establish the Liberian National Tourism
The law agreement or the tourism?
Let me just, I think by way of information, I think we passed on this bill from the House and we are waiting Senate concurrence. So can we have Margaret Thomas to make some, please?
No, but you know what is here, Mr. Speaker? What is here?
Asking for our concurrence.
Yeah, the clerk need to make it. Yeah.
So, please make the clarity.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, as per the records that we have, the tourism bill was passed by this House of Representatives on September 2010, 2024. But what happened is that the communication from the Liberian Senate says they're asking your concurrence. And that we read it as it was written, but we passed it, and so like the engrossing clerk and I was comparing to one another.
Mr. Speaker,
I think
for legislative expediency, we will ask that the leadership seize this attempt, work alone to ensure that everything is rectified on Tuesday. It will be reintroduced in a proper manner and form to the Speaker. Thank you.
So, Deputy Chief Deputy Ag Economy, because I know this bill came from the lower house. We work from an office on that. Next.
Communication from Honorable Alfred H. Flomo. Honorable Rachel N. Kuhn, Speaker, 53.